Alright, what's up guys? It is Ninja Dem back here with another video. Today we will be going over, should you start on a Ninja 650, specifically this bike for a beginner. Now there's a couple things I want to say about this bike, and you also have a couple other factors such as height. I don't know why these are down. Height, weight, you know. You want to make sure you can get on the bike and you can flat foot the bike. Now, for some people, you can flat foot it with one side and like tippy toe the other side. But on this bike, I found I can flat foot this, and that's something you want to consider into your you buying the bike, because you know, if you only have one foot down, you know, it's a little more risky. You know, you can easily fall over and drop the bike. But if you can flat foot the bike, you got more control. You can, you know, do whatever. And another thing about this bike that I absolutely love about this bike is, you know, we got that. Let me get off and show you. We got that sporty look on the bike, and it looks clean, whatever. And you know, the handlebars aren't so far down to where you're breaking your back trying to ride it. Now, as in like my buddy's bike, at least, we'll use that for an example. R7. Similar bikes. Very similar, actually. They're pretty much on par. The R7 will come out on top speed for sure. This thing will keep up. But that's besides the point. Your handlebars will be down here, and you will be breaking your back trying to ride it every time. Now, you don't have that little committed sport look, you know, you're not laying down on your bike. On this bike, for example, you can sit on the bike, and you can ride it very comfortably. On a comfort scale, that's another thing that you want to take into consideration. Is it comfortable? You know, you don't want something that you don't like. So, it's a big decision. It's first bike. This was my first bike, and I think I made an amazing choice here. Because like I was saying, I'm not hunched over. I can just sit here and reach the handlebars, which honestly is a very good thing. This bike, for example, also another thing about this bike, the top speed, now if you want to compete with R6 or BMW SR1000, any of those bikes, any of your friends ride that, you're not going to keep up. You're not going to keep up. Don't even try to keep up with them. But this bike can probably max out at, let's say 130, but I have a different exhaust. I have the Yoshimaru Alpha exhaust, which I love. I highly recommend that. Anyways, not sponsored. Probably stock, it would be 125, I want to say. So, that's what you're looking at here. Now, torque, you have a lot of power behind this throttle. If you're not too careful, you might pop a wheelie, which you can. Don't know how I know that, but you can do that. But it's also not too strong. It's beginner friendly, you know, unless if you're just going, you're not ripping the throttle. But if you like really yank that shit, you will probably fly off your bike. Anyways, enough of the small talk. Let's get right into it. Let me turn this bad boy on for you guys to see. Got the key. And another thing I love about this bike is the display. As you guys can see, it's a little dirty. But you have a touchscreen here. You can go through your settings, look at your top speed. You can change your average miles, whatever. Average speed 27 miles per hour. That's crazy. But yeah, I love the display on this bike. It is like you're driving a car. You know, you don't just got the speedometer and whatever, the tachometer on there. You know, you got a nice clean display with a digital speedometer. Let's turn it on. Now, this is why I recommend exhaust. It is loud. You can feel it. You can really feel that shit. On a stock bike, you know, the exhaust isn't, it's pretty bad. It's very, very, very quiet. So if you're you got people trying to get you to rev it, it's not gonna happen. I mean, you can, but it'll sound like a little electric scooter. But let's keep going. Same thing, shifting like any other bike. Honestly, this bike I love cruising in. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can give you guys a little demonstration of this bike isn't slow, but it's slow in the bike community. Now, if you wanted to, you could probably double that speed in that amount of time. Probably. Don't quote me on that. Now, I wasn't ripping the throttle. Like I said, as long as you respect the bike will respect you. See how I'm only barely going down. So yeah, this bike, 100% recommend for beginners. And yeah, this is if you found this video helpful, useful in any way, please like and subscribe, give it a comment what your thoughts were, and let me know how those bikes are. If you got something else or any other video suggestions, send a comment down. That was a nice lady. See you guys.